Welcome to Big Vile Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Vile Opinion Platform.
And I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing, lifetime, as far as RICO lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forth for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Big Vile Opinion back with another live video. And today, we have no other than Miss Gloria Allred, aka the ambulance chaser, aka there goes the lawsuit, has come out of hiding. It's been a while since we've heard from Gloria Allred, but we knew it wouldn't be long before she resurfaced. And she's back in the news. She's back out doing press runs. What does this mean when we talk about the Diddy situation? Because that's what it is. It's a situation. When we see these type of people like Gloria Allred, we know who she's connected to. We know what she's about. And we know that this woman only comes out when there's blood in the water. So we're going to take a listen to what she's calling out or what she's crying out for. Because, see, the thing about this Me Too movement and Time's Up movement and all of these people, they need, they like to have a front runner. What's up, Next Level? What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Hammer Time? See, the Me Too, Time's Up, all these people, they like to have a front runner. They like to put somebody out front. And then once that person get out front and start getting some traction, and then the others come along. And as you see, this is the same, similar, but it's a little early for her to be out front compared to with Mr. Kelly. With Mr. Kelly, it took a little bit for her to before we saw Gloria Allred. You know, we saw Avenatti, we saw the parents, we saw so many others. And then we saw the Gloria Allreds and the others, you know, high profile attorneys coming out of nowhere. She's out here pretty early in this situation. And after most definitely after the fact of this video. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta ask yourself that, right? Y'all ask yourself this. Why did it take the video of P. Diddy to surface before these type of attorneys came out and started speaking? Why weren't they speaking before? Why weren't they out here in the news doing interviews and different things prior to that video? All of a sudden that video came out. P. Diddy did the apology video, and now you see these bloodsuckers are coming out to suck blood. We said the other day, could the P. Diddy apology be the start of something to come? Do I want to see P. Diddy go down? No, I don't want to see. I wouldn't, want to be, I wouldn't want to celebrate. You know, I'm not here to celebrate P. Diddy going down. But what I am going to speak on is the similarities when it comes to how these people operate. And when I say these people, I'm speaking on the Gloria Allreds and the Time's Up and the Me Too's. When there's blood in the water, they coming. Mr. Kelly did that Gayle King interview. What did they do? They came. They ate it up. They were so excited about him doing that Gayle King interview because it gave them something to reference. It gave them something to reference. Now, with this video going around of Diddy going through what he's going through, then Diddy comes out and does the apology. Now, Gloria Allred has surfaced again. And she says she already have victims lined up. So what up with the Patrick? What up with the J Rock? So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna take a listen at what Miss Gloria Allred have to say. I'm not gonna be here too long tonight, but I just came here to inform the people that the ambulance chaser is back on the prowl.
Gloria, many people I know have seen that video and posted their reactions on social media that they were sickened, they were so disturbed. Some people have said that they can't even watch it. What was your reaction to seeing that video of Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura?
Well, I certainly feel for Cassie Ventura. And it's interesting because I'm not surprised by that and by his misconduct. By the way, after numerous denials recently, Sean Combs today admitted what, of course,
See, there it goes, y'all. There it goes. When I tell y'all can mark my word, y'all can take this to the bank. when Cassie filed their lawsuit and Diddy denied it, and when that video came out, and Diddy came out and did an apology video owning up to his behavior, man, all of these high-profile attorneys out here, the Me Too, the Time's Up, boy, look here, when they saw Diddy do that apology video, they called the troops. It's time to go. It is time to go. It is time to go. Diddy doing that apology video was no different than Chaos doing the Gayle King interview. When Chaos did that Gayle King interview, all these allegations of him being a monster and this, that, and the third, those people like Gloria Allred and the Me Too Time's Up, they ate it up because of the allegations and his behavior during the video, during the interview. They had a reference point to go off of. They want to reference that Gayle King interview every time they speak of him. Did you see the Gayle King interview? Did you see how he was? Now, Diddy, for him to, what up, Lil Mac? What up, J-Rock? For Diddy to deny these allegations when they first came out, and for this video to surface, and for him to come out and do an apology video, y'all knew the bloodsuckers was coming. And the first thing she said was for him to deny the allegations and now come out and do an apology video, it was over with.
And Cassie Ventura.
Well, I certainly feel for Cassie Ventura. And it's interesting because I'm not surprised by that and by his misconduct. By the way, after numerous denials recently, Sean Combs today admitted what, of course, he had to admit, or at least couldn't continue to deny, that is what he did to Cassie on the video. So, and then, of course, he says he's sorry and he got help and all of that. But really, this is horrible, abusive, revolting conduct. And of course, the Los Angeles County District Attorney, because it did occur in LA County at the now closed Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, they said they could not prosecute him now because this conduct occurred in 2016. In other words, it's too late now. It's not within the period of time called the statute of limitations to file a criminal charge against him in terms of a state violation. Having said that, it would not at all surprise me if the Justice Department of Justice, and the federal prosecutors.
Did y'all hear what I just said now? Did y'all hear what I just said? Y'all hear what I just said? I told y'all last week that, yeah, the state might not be able to do nothing, but if this shit go federal, Diddy ass is gonna be in trouble. And I'm not proud to say that. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Wayne? What's up, Tanisha, Miss Maloney? What's going on? I'm not proud to say that, but I told y'all last video I did, everybody was saying, well, they can't charge them. Well, they not gonna charge them. That's on the state level. When you talking about federal level, statute of limitations, that shit gonna go out the window. If they hit this man with a RICO, which I think they are trying to do so by the drug mule taking a plea deal. You got Gene Neal out here ready to testify against this man. I'm thinking that Keith Murray, he's ready to testify against this man. You got the girl from Danny Kane. She's ready to testify. He got so many people ready to testify against him. And you hear now Gloria Allred is telling y'all to play. She's telling y'all to play. And this is what they are calling for. This is why I tell y'all, I say they always going to have somebody come out to the front. When you talk about the Me Too, Time's Up, all of those, that demographic of people, they're going to send somebody out front to blow the whistle. And when the whistle get blown, here comes the rest of these people piling on. Gloria Allred is just sending a message to these people like, hey, I'm on board. Let's go. It's time to roll. When Diddy did that apology video, I'm telling you all, why did they not come out when he did the settlement? You didn't see these people like Gloria Allred. When the video came out, you didn't see them. You didn't hear them. You didn't see them. But when the apology came out and he confessed to doing this shit, that changed the whole landscape of how this shit is about to take place. When he did that apology video and admitted to doing this shit that was depicted in that video, that changed the whole landscape of how they are about to deal with Diddy. And I'm going to say that everything that I say on this live is alleged. These are my opinions. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I'm just speaking from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. I've witnessed this for 5 years. And I'm seeing the same thing about to take place. What's up, Unique Thought? What up? Right. So now listen to what she say. She's going to say something about the state, the statute of limitation in the state, and then she's going to bring up about federal.
Now, it's not within the period of time called the statute of limitation now, because this conduct occurred in 2016. In other words, it's too late now. It's not within the period of time called the statute of limitations to file a criminal charge against him in terms of a state violation. Having said that, it would not at all surprise me if the Justice Department of Justice, and the federal prosecutors are taking a look at this video. And obviously they are investigating. We all know they did recently 2 searches of his homes, both in Florida and in California, and recovered, per the search warrant, numerous electronic devices like phones, laptops, desktops, whatever he had that was electronic, and perhaps other items as well. Generally, the federal government doesn't do that unless they feel there's substantial evidence, probable cause, that they had to prove to a magistrate to get those search warrants. And they don't.
Well, we just seen them do bullshit before too, so it ain't necessarily that they have
generally do it unless at some point probable cause that they had to prove to a magistrate to get those search warrants. And they don't generally do it unless at some point later they do seek an indictment against him and then file charges.
Okay, so it's still possible. It's not the end of this saga.
Do y'all hear? Do you all hear the similarities? Do you hear what she just said? They get the search warrant, they go in and search for devices and all different type of shit. We heard this and we have seen this all before. We've heard it all before, and those lies ain't working now. Yeah. Y'all have heard this shit before, man. We done seen this play 4 years ago. We seen this play in 2019. We done seen this play. Now it's finna play all over again. It's about to play all over again. All this shit ain't nothing but a melting pot.
They had to prove to a magistrate to get those search warrants. And they don't generally do it unless at some point later they do seek an indictment against him and then file charges.
Okay, so it's still possible. It's not the end of this saga yet, even though
Not at all.
For now, it
Not
doesn't.
at all.
It doesn't look like there's an.
You hear? She had to double down on that. When the woman said this is not the end of this saga at all, she said not at all. Not at all. She had to double down on that shit. Gloria Allred had to double down, so she letting you know they coming. If it's within her power, they coming with something. I'm not proud to say this shit, but I'm just speaking on what I've seen. I'm speaking from what I've seen these people do. Anyone like her and people that is involved with her, we've seen what they do. They don't come out here and start talking, and they don't come out here and start speaking unless there's something in it for them to gain. We've seen it. Then we got another election about to pop off. Man, when I tell y'all, last election, it was chaos. This election is Diddy. It's going down. Lil Max say 2015, Tiger Woods, 2016, Bill Cosby, 2018, R. Kelly, 2023, P. Diddy. Come on, Common Factor, Gloria Allred. All right now. There you go, man. 2024. It's right there. It's another election year, man. They trying to gain some favor, man. Let's finish listening to what she got to say. Not at all. Not at all.
Generally, the federal government doesn't do that unless they feel there's substantial evidence, probable cause, that they had to prove to a magistrate to get those search warrants. And they don't generally do it unless at some point later they do seek an indictment against him and then file charges.
Okay, so it's still possible. It's not the end of this saga yet, even though
Not at all.
For now, it
Not
doesn't.
at all.
It doesn't look like there's an immediate lawsuit, but as you've said, it may not be the end of this saga yet. I know that
Well, Cassie did file a lawsuit against him, and that got a lot of public attention. And the next day she settled it.
this is what I wanted to ask you about. Talk to me a little bit about that. The role that settlement, which I believe was in November last year, November 2023, what
Correct.
role would that settlement have played into why law enforcement won't pursue a case for now?
None. A person can file a civil lawsuit seeking damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs, although we have not yet filed a lawsuit for any of them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I just hear that? Did y'all just hear what I just heard? The goddamn ball is finna start rolling.
A person can file a civil lawsuit seeking damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs. Damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs. Although damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs, although we have not yet filed a lawsuit for any of them.
Uh-oh. There we go. Did I not? I mean, haven't we seen it all before? We've seen this shit, bro. Now she represents a number of victims. She represents a number of victims of Sean Combs that they haven't filed lawsuits yet. They haven't filed the lawsuits yet. Ruby, I'm gonna let it play, but the way, I'm not sure if you familiar with content creating and with content creating, when you playing other people's videos, and if you doing a reaction to the video, you have to pause the video and interject here and there to avoid from being copyrighted. So if you see me play the video and I pause the video, it's because I have to interject in between playing the video to avoid from them blocking the video from others seeing it. Because they'll block the video and they'll block the video and take it down if I just let it play, especially when people like you, Ruby Lucky, Ashley Davis, everybody in the chat, the people that's in the chat that's woke, the people in the chat that see what's going on, when we breaking down this type of content and we seeing what's going on and we calling out the bullshit, they'll take your video and they'll copyright your video and block it from being seen just because you pointing out the bullshit in the game. So you have to pause the video, react to it, let it play a little bit, react to it, you know, and so that they won't have a reason to take the video down, because this information has to get out. But I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna let it play a little bit more. I'm gonna let it play a little bit more. What's up, V White? Lil Max said, I'm not condoning P. Diddy's action at all. No man should hit a woman, but this video is old. It happened in 2016. Cassie got paid. That should be the end of it. People making a big deal out of it. Right, I think, but Lil Mac, I'm gonna send you the link, Lil Mac. If you can, you get on, Lil Mac? Because what I think the reason why a lot of people is making a big deal out of it, honestly, I think a lot of people making a big deal out of it because P. Diddy adamantly denied the allegations when the lawsuit came out. He came out and denied the allegations. He called Cassie a liar. He did, and you know, he kind of put himself in a compromising position by denying this stuff. And now that the tape has came out, now he's saying, you know, I'm sorry, I was in a dark place, you know, and that's what that was. So I'm gonna take the video back and let it play.
A case for now.
None. A person can file a civil lawsuit seeking damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs, although we have not yet filed a lawsuit for any of them. But in it, there is no impact on a criminal case. The fact that an individual has sought compensation for the damages she alleges she suffered in the same incident. By the way, those who, the investigators, those who searched the homes of Mr. Combs. That's Homeland Security. And Homeland Security generally is involved in sex trafficking investigations. And this very well could turn out to be a case. Of course, we have to see if the evidence would support it. Very similar to singer R. Kelly's case. File a civil lawsuit seeking damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs, although we have not yet filed a lawsuit for any of them. But in it, there is no impact on a criminal case. The fact that an individual has sought compensation for the damages she alleges she suffered in the same incident. By the way, those who, the investigators, those who searched the homes of Mr. Combs, that's Homeland Security. And Homeland Security generally is involved in sex trafficking investigations. And this very well could turn out to be a case. Of course, we have to see if the evidence would support it. Very similar to singer R. Kelly's case, where he ended up being charged with sex trafficking, violations of RICO, which is a very serious federal crime, Racketeering, Influence, Corrupt Organizations Act, which has a longer statute of limitations than any state charge he might have.
And as you can hear, that's the way that they're going to bypass the statute of limitation. They're going to bypass the statute of limitation by trying to come with this RICO Mann Act violation in order to bypass the statute of limitation. You already have a confession of Mr. Combs admitting to doing what he did on that video. I don't want to see this shit take place. I don't want to see it take place. But as y'all hear, everything that I can guarantee you, everything that she's saying, she has got confirmation from somebody that this is what's about to take place. And that's why she have her victims sitting back, waiting to file their lawsuits. That's why she's sitting back waiting to file their lawsuits, because if they eventually get him on a RICO Mann Act violation, the statute of limitation shit goes out the window. We got Lil Mac in the house, man. What up, Lil Mac?
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Big Body in the chat, man? How y'all everybody doing? Know it's been a little minute, man. This P. Diddy stuff, man, it's getting outrageous, but from my aspect of looking at it, I ain't judging that, man. I ain't got anything against Diddy. I ain't saying nothing, because, you know what I'm saying, you never know what everybody go through in their life or in their situation. Like, they don't know the aspect of everything that happened in that situation. But in that video, he was dead wrong for jumping on that young lady, regardless of what happened or did happen, because no man should put their hands on a woman. And speaking of Gloria Allred, now she that came out against Kells, and now she seems saying she got, you know what I'm saying, she represent people that's in P. Diddy, that got alleged allegations against P. Diddy. I think P. Diddy's situation is he got more shit to. We've been following the R. Kelly case, right? R. Kelly situation, like, they didn't have nothing to me to go off on to convict him. I don't even see how R. Kelly even got 30 years.
Right.
And,
you never see the
but
video.
P. Diddy is somewhat. They got this clear video of P. Diddy doing this shit, but that video of Kells, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have too much to go off they didn't have too much to go to convict Kells. But the thing about P. Diddy is he got money. His money long. Kels at the time when he was going through his situation, he was, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out his financial situation, what was going on with his money. He
Right.
didn't have the finance to fight these cases, but P Diddy does. Even though P Diddy, some people might say, I don't know, I ain't saying that. I don't. Me, that's my personal. I don't want to wish jail upon nobody. But to me, what I on the outside looking in, it's more shit out here to me that make P Diddy look guilty than R. Kelly look. P Diddy is, to me, is, I'm not trying to judge him or nothing. He looked twice as guilty as R. Kelly did to me. They had to frame some shit up to make R. Kelly look guilty, but P Diddy, it's clear as day. Like that video, like and then by him coming out, you know what I'm saying, apologizing, like that father, you know what I'm saying, made it clear, okay, you this shit got to be some truth to it because if you didn't do nothing wrong, you wouldn't came out and apologized. Well, cause then at first you lied and basically was saying like people were lying on you by coming out and apologize. You contradicting yourself. So that's for to let you know that you was a liar. If you
And that's why
if
if they, I want to answer Ruben, and that's the thing that's going to hurt PD. That's the thing that's going to hurt Diddy because if it go to federal court, hearsay is admissible as evidence.
exactly,
They lock
and
Rob up off of hearsay.
hearsay and so-called circumstance evidence. They didn't even have circumstantial really evidence to convict. They don't care. And it's clear thing, man. They Gloria Allred, one thing she gonna try to come out to Diddy, but they gotta fight him against the hand against P Diddy. P Diddy ain't dumb. He allowed to get out of shit. So I don't. Therefore, lets you know right there, like who's protecting who's what's going on. I don't think they're gonna pursue. This is my personal opinion. Even oh, I don't know all about it, but I think they're gonna try to pursue charges on P Diddy, but I don't think they're gonna stick on him because
You know,
his
the
money's too
thing
long.
is the umbrella, right? Because we still not we talking about the shit now just with Cassie and Aubrey Day and all these motherfuckers. He still have the shit with Keefe D.
Yeah, they're too. I think when it comes to these people, when it comes to P Diddy, is they know something out there they can get them on. They just like right now they just like throwing shit on the wall to see what can stick. They know he guilty of something. They just trying to figure out, okay, what can we get him with? You heard Gloria already just say, hey, well, he jumped on Cassie that video. That happened in 2016, so the statute of limitations ran up on it. So basically, Diddy, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to come out there. They're gonna say, trying to cook up. I'm telling you, if they do come out there Diddy and get him something, they're gonna probably cook up a RICO the same way they did Kale. But they ain't
Know it
investigating
has
him though.
to be, they know it has to be federal because they can't
Right.
do nothing to him on the state level. So it has to be federal, and by him doing this shit in California and living in another state, there go your man.
And then another thing I'm seeing too is these people know R. Kelly got and people ain't they looking at this neither. They know R. Kelly got appeals coming up and he's trying to get out his situation. Now they trying to tie R. Kelly into with P Diddy. They trying to say, oh, these situations similar to the R. Kelly thing. And see that I had to check somebody the other day in the comment. I was like, hey, don't connect R. Kelly with P Diddy. These two different cases, two different people. Just because it looks similar to certain things. Diddy might did this shit, but I'm not strong take he did this shit, but I'm not I don't wish jail up like I said I don't wish jail up on nobody. But don't connect R. Kelly to the shit with P Diddy. That's the point I tried to make with somebody. They was like, well, R. Kelly belong in jail right along with P Diddy. Oh, one of the ladies did a video, the comedian Lanier, some shit talking about P. Diddy to be in the jail cell along with R. Kelly and all that. Don't intertwine these two men together because these situations are a whole lot different. And from my circumstances, the chaos supporters, we know that R. Kelly deserved to be out. So don't intertwine some guilty shit that P. Diddy did with R. Kelly to fall them up, put them two together. You don't do that. It's like that pissed me off.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you, bro. And we won't we gonna listen to what she got to say, what else she got to say, and then we gonna expound upon that.
Very well could turn out to be a case. Of course, we have to see if the evidence would support it. Very similar to singer R. Kelly's case, where he ended up being charged with sex trafficking, violations of RICO, which is a very serious federal crime, Racketeering, Influence, Corrupt Organizations Act, which has a longer statute of limitations than any state charge he might have faced. All things are possible based on whatever evidence they have, and if prosecutors feel that they could prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt, and possible Mann Act violations, which were also present in the R. Kelly case. In other words, taking a woman, especially an underage woman, but any woman, across state lines for the purpose of commercial sex. So we'll have to see what comes out of it based on the evidence. No charges have been filed yet. He's presumed innocent unless and until he is proven guilty in a court of law. But this is not over until it's over. It's not over yet.
I want to ask you one final question, and that is, people, of course, know you. You have represented women who have had allegations of sexual assault against some very famous and powerful men, notably Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby. Sean Diddy Combs is another such person, an icon in the music world, in the hip hop and pop world. Do you think that things have changed from those previous lawsuits you were a part of? Or do you think if he was a regular civilian, things would have been different?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, he has a big business enterprise. He is very public.
So now you can hear where they going with this shit. She talking about this man has a big business enterprise, this, that, and the third. So now, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to say this man used his business and his record label to get these to get these young women to come in, and when they got in, he started abusing them and X, Y, and Z. It's coming.
You know what? I see the play. This is what they do. This the same thing they did to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Listen, what they do is that you get these ambulance chasers like Gloria Allred and Michael Avenatti to come out to start smear campaign against this person. You do documentaries on these people, how horrible this person is. Get the people like people that don't like them, like Gene Deal coming out speaking, doing every interview he can against Diddy. Then you get people like it's like Demetrius Smith coming out talking against R. Kelly. Get all these people, you know what I'm saying, in the media, get the public to turn against you. Everybody hate you. Then it get to the point where you gotta say something. And then when you come out and try to say something, try to defend yourself, they make it seem like you, oh, he lying. Look at how he doing. Look how you can tell he's angry. You can tell he's abusive. You can tell he do this to women. Once that happens, and the federal government see that okay, the public is against him. Oh, this Gloria already got some accused on him. Okay, now we can work with some, and that's what they did to R. Kelly in this case. They let the media, Gloria already them do what they supposed to do, tarnish your name, tarnish your legacy, and they let Gayle King put an interview up and do a jacked up, you know what I'm saying, interview, edit everything out. Then you get a messed up publicist, all because Diddy publicist should have damn sure told him not to say nothing, should have kept quiet. Diddy got his publicist come out telling him he need to apologize. Then you got the fake Daryl Johnson came out there telling people that making R. Kelly them and Michael Avenatti set him up to do an interview. It's the same play. We see it clear as day. That's what they doing. They trying to smear Diddy name up, get it all bad. So when the feds come in, okay, they can work with what Gloria Allred them out here doing. I'll yell back.
And pop world. Do you think that things have changed from those previous lawsuits you were a part of? Or do you think if he was a regular civilian, things would have been different?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, he has a big business enterprise. He is very public. There have been numerous allegations against him. There are 5 civil lawsuits against him right now, and there may be more filed in the future. So it's I can't speculate as to what would have happened if he were not a public figure. But I'm glad there's a serious investigation taking place, and we'll have to wait and see what the outcome of it is. But I just wanted to say the fact that no state charges are filed on account of that video doesn't mean that the federal investigators are not interested in it. I'm sure they're very interested in it. And we'll have to wait and see what the outcome of it is. But I just wanted to say the fact that no state charges are filed on account of that video doesn't mean that the federal investigators are not interested in it. I'm sure they're very interested in it. And in fact, may have known about it, may even have had possession of it prior to its becoming public. We don't know.
What you think, little Matt? Yeah, man. I don't know, y'all. I guess we gonna have to play the waiting game, y'all. We gonna have to play the waiting game. You know, it said device. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Oh yeah. My bad. It might have been a mix up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, what I was saying was it's the same play that they ran on Chaos. What they doing right now is they're getting the public to right now to turn against P. Diddy. You got Gloria Allred out here getting her these alleged accused up on Diddy out, same way she did with R. Kelly with Chaos. Then you got R. Kelly who I'm sorry, you got P. Diddy who bad publicist told him to come out and apologize. Once you came out here and apologize, that means you're in guilt. So then you got when the same thing happened with Daryl Johnson. He talked to R. Kelly doing the interview with Gayle King, and then they edited, made it seem like he was such this bad person. How he jumped up and got so emotional. And what they're doing is right now the federal government is just sitting back and taking what Gloria Allred in the media, you know what I'm saying, doing and find them something to work with. That's all they're doing. And all these people keep coming out speaking against him, like Gene Deal and all these other people, what the other guy that written the book, I forgot his name, dang, the little Rob, whatever the little dude, everybody out here, you know what I'm saying, speaking towards against Diddy, Cass, all these people are gonna be the people that the federal government used, you know what I'm saying, to bring him down. And it's the same thing they did with R. Kelly, the same thing they're doing with P. Diddy. It's like they tarnish your name in the media, in the public, have the public turn against you, so when nobody come out and defend you or stand against you, have everybody that in the industry don't want to associate with you, so you won't have no type of ally. So, and the federal government just sit back and trying to capitalize off this. But the thing is, like I just said before with Diddy, it's gonna be tougher to bring Diddy down because he's got good money and he's got resources. And I'm pretty sure that all these people that he did business with, Clive Davis, all this, he got some on them. So I don't think Diddy do go down. He ain't going down alone. He gonna go down swinging. He gonna put up a fight so much. R. Kelly, he couldn't put up a fight. He didn't have his ducks in a row. And yeah, man, that's my take on that. But they doing the same thing. It's clear. It's clear today.
I agree with you, man. I think Gloria Allred is. I think Gloria Allred is the whistleblower in this situation now. You know, and I've been, I've been on the Diddy shit, but I've been on the Jim Derogatis trail here lately too. And I'm telling y'all, man, I got something that just would not leave my head.
Yeah, that's his name, Mark Curry. Yeah.
Mark Curry, yeah, he ready to tight. He ready to talk too. He mad at Diddy too.
That's what they do.
Jim,
They get all these people that you the pissed off, that you scorn, that you burnt bridges with, or y'all had a bad falling out with to come out and speak on you. And they get the same people you're gonna see in the courtroom testifying against you. Or what you were saying about Big Jim, my bad. My bad.
I say this shit with him, bruh. It is something about what this man said in a previous video I reacted to that just will not leave my head. This scenario, as far as him and Sparkle go. And I'm starting to believe Sparkle is behind everything involving this fucking tape shit. And I don't know if everybody listened to this shit the way that I listened to it. And I'm
You
gonna
know
go
what? You
back.
know what, bro? I think Sparkle. I agree. I think Sparkle was behind it, and I
She's the
think Jim
setup
Derrick got us here. But I think Barry Hankerson was the puppet that was putting these two strings.
because I want to play this video. I want to play this back, man, because I'm telling y'all, ever since I've heard this scenario that Jim talks about, when he talks about him, well, we heard him say when he received the tape, he reached out to Sparkles to verify if it was her niece. Now I'm looking for that. I'm trying to find a clip from when he said that. Because when you go back to this video that I did the last time, and hold, let me find it, man. Because I'm glad you here, Lil Mac. And I want to hear if you gonna hear what I heard when he said this shit. This sequence of him reaching out to uh when he reached out to Sparkles, and Sparkles did not want to talk to him
But
initially.
just that's a great point. And for the listeners out here that's not in tune with the Kills case, just ask yourself, you got this man claiming that he's for pro for these alleged accused alleged victims. He wrote a book, he did all this stuff, but he did not come to court and testify. And you mean to tell me you was a music critic? Why would all these accusers be reaching out to you and you're a music critic? And he trying to make it seem like he's doing this for the black women that don't have a voice. No, he's doing this for his own personal gain. He knew that if he brought down R. Kelly, it was gonna make him money. It was gonna he can write the same thing he's doing, or he can write books. He was gonna skyrocket. He went in this thing for these alleged accusers, these women. Then he claimed some other black woman that went to school and did all this and that and the third. That he giving them credit for. Why you wasn't giving them credit for when you was putting these fake stories out against R. Kelly though?
Keep going, Lil Mac. I'm trying to get to the part in this video before I put it up with him talking about this sequence of him reaching out to Sparkles and Sparkles not talking to him. And then
Jim Derrick got his credibility shouldn't have went out when back in '08 when he played the field. Should nobody even take nothing he said serious. Then he come back around 18, 19, whatever the case, the Chicago case took place. He did everything he could to weasel his way out not going to court. He knew that Jim Derrick guys knew he lying. He didn't want to get on the stand because if you big and bold, you provocative and big and bad, and you can write books, you can go to every interview, and you believe in your heart that this man was guilty. It's not. It should have been left for you to get on the stand and testify to what tape you received, where you got it from, and all that. He knew that if he got on the tape and got caught up in a lie, he was going to reveal who actually framed R. Kelly and what he got all this information from, and and he knew his information was going to be non-credible. That's why he did all he could not to go to court. He knew he was non-credible. He knew he was just taking stories and running and making them, and he was a part of alleged, to me, my personal opinion, alleged takedown against Mr. Kelly along with Sparkle and Barry Hankerson. Because think about it now, they got this so-called tape of R. Kelly alleged a 14-year-old. Well, why did they? For one, if you see a tape with a minor on it, you see a tape with a minor, why you didn't turn it over to the police? And then not that you told Sparkle about the tape, but then one interview you said Sparkle, you called Sparkle, so that's right there. Let you know he's lying right there. Then he said he received the tape from a unknown source. He thought somebody that was hating on him. You gotta look at this too, man. R. Kelly is not guilty, and I stand on it. That man did not see no 14-year-old. Because let's think about it. If he did a sexual tape with a 14-year-old, and excuse me, and CPS and all these people was investigating the lane fares and all this, I'm pretty sure CPS, you know what I'm saying, take that stuff seriously, and they would have went through all that stuff with a fine-tuned code, and Mr. Kelly would have been, you know what I'm saying, locked up. Like, people don't take a underage person being taken advantage of lightly. And for somebody that allegedly Rashana testified in court saying that she was a virgin at the time, if you looked at that tape, that person was very much well experienced.
I mean, look at this. Have you ever thought about it like this? All of those women that they found him guilty for during court, you don't see these women nowhere doing. They not nowhere. They don't have podcasts or nothing. They're not generating money doing shit after this goddamn conviction of Mr. Kelly to say that he got found guilty. You still haven't heard a statement from Rashana, who was supposed to be the girl on the tape, who got denied the $20 million restitution. And she not out here profiting doing shit. She not out here going around doing no radio interviews, no nothing. Just off the face of the earth. Do you really think that these women would just go away after they quote unquote have gotten justice? But I'm gonna play this scenario, and I just want to see if you gonna hear what I hear when I play this, because it made me like, hold on, Jim. So how is this source anonymous? How is you and Sparkle communicating like me and you on this live talking? We have to looking at this shit. Now, let's get it.
Your daughters, your sisters, your aunties, your nieces. This has to stop. Black community, wake up. And you know, so that's 2000. It wasn't until February 2002. I was working at home. I had just finished transcribing an interview with Alicia Keys. My phone rings and it says, "Go to your mailbox." Click. And there was a manila envelope, unmarked, with a VHS tape, unmarked. We had heard about this apparently ongoing sexual abuse by Kelly of a 14-year-old. Her family had refused to talk to us. And here was 26 minutes and 39 seconds of the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. Kelly victimizing this girl and ultimately urinating in her mouth. "Call me daddy," instructing her what to do. And we thought, once again, this is it. He's finished. But it took 6 months for Chicago authorities to indict him. When they did, it was on very narrow charges of making child pornography and not statutory rape, because the girl, her mother, and her father were in Europe for 6 or 9 months.
Which actually, if I remember correctly, he turned out to be like a bass player.
Yes.
On his album.
Yeah,
right?
Guitarist and bassist who had played with Kelly. And the girl's aunt was Sparkle, whom Kelly had recorded and produced, and Sparkle had split from Kelly because of his behavior. When I'd first called her in 2000 and said, "We are hearing stories of your niece,"
Now, Lil Mac, this is where I need for me and you to do our thing at right here. Now, you hear he say, now during this tape situation, Sparkle has split from R. Kelly now. Sparkle and R. Kelly no longer a thing. They no longer working together. So I want you to listen to these interactions that he's about to describe.
All right.
I want y'all in the chat to listen to this shit too, because this shit is fin to expose some shit. And for some reason, I just can't, it won't leave out my head when I heard this sequence of events right here that he's about to describe.
And produced, and Sparkle had split from Kelly because of his behavior. When I'd first called her in 2000 and said, "We are hearing stories of your niece," and she freaked out on me. "I don't know what happens behind closed doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood." She hung up on me.
Okay, not chat family. Not chat family. I need y'all to understand what he just said. He said when he first reached out to Sparkle, she said, "I don't believe it. Were you talking about one of the loves of my life?" She said, no, he said, "I don't believe it. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life. I don't want to hear it." And she hung up. All right, Lil Mac, you follow me?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I got you, bro.
So let's go back to the scenario. He said she hung up.
14-year-old. Her family had refused to talk to us. And here was 26 minutes and 39 seconds of the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. It took 6 months for Chicago authorities to indict him. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood, and produced, and Sparkle had split from Kelly because of his behavior. When I'd first called her in 2000 and said, "We are hearing stories of your niece," and she freaked out on me. "I don't know what happens behind closed doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood." She hung up on me. And now she was calling about this tape. There's a tape on the.
Now y'all hear how he didn't give a timeline. He didn't give a timeline. He said when he first called her about the tape, she didn't want to hear it and hung up on him. Then he just say now she's calling. He didn't give a timeline about that. He say now Sparkle is calling him about the tape.
Sparkle calling him because she knew that goddamn he is the reason. The main guy that's been out here writing these stories about R. Kelly.
But
Because
let's figure
you gotta
this
ask
out though.
yourself.
How
Oh,
did
go
he
ahead, bro.
know? How did he know to contact Sparkle about what he was hearing?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's when that other person I mentioned, Barry Hanson, come into play.
So
Because
let's go.
all right,
So we got him
them
contacting
the only
Sparkle.
them the only two I can see that can connect them two together. If you get what I'm saying.
It's Barry. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. That Barry is a part of this shit. But how he's describing this shit as far as the tape getting to him. He said he reached out to Sparkles about the tape. Sparkles hung up, didn't want to talk about it. He said Sparkles reached out to him about the tape now. And then guess what? Let's see what watch what he tells Sparkles when Sparkles reached out, when Sheeza reached out to him about the tape.
Freaked out on me. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood. She hung up on me. And now she was calling about this tape. There's a tape on the streets. I had said, until we have the tape, there's not much we can do, Steph.
Now, do you hear him? So he said now Sparkles is calling him about the tape. And he told her, until we have the tape, there's not much that we can do about it. You follow me, Lil Mac?
Oh, I'm following, but
y'all follow me, chat?
I got Kale's book right here. Can I read something from it real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. It says right here, it said, anyway, there was the 90s, a lot of known lawsuits, but they were all pretty much handled easily. But then in 2002, an H-bomb was dropped on me after someone sent Chicago Sun-Time. This come out of R. Kelly mouth in his book, own mouth, in Solar Coast book. He said, but then in 2002, an H-bomb was dropped on me after someone sent the Chicago Sun-Time a video supposedly showing me having sex with a teenager. I was arrested and accused of child pornography. It didn't matter that there were real questions about the authenticity. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that word right. I know what it says. Authenticity of the video, or that girl. The prosecutor claimed the video was on the video instead of no way it was her, or that both parents, her grandparents, and several family members, the same thing, said that wasn't her. R. Kelly had a reputation, and R. Kelly had to pay. So if that reputation was fictional creation of crazy ass music videos, sex concept performances, and off the hook media hype that had nothing to do with who Robert Kelly really was, R. Kelly was going down. So he said that somebody sent that tape to Sun-Time. And you know who Jim Derrick got is right for Sun-Time.
Right. Listen to this shit though. I'm telling y'all, the dude exposed this shit right here in this.
Kels even said in the book that there was no authenticity of that tape or that video. He said they just didn't care. They just wanted to say, "Oh, it's R. Kelly on the tape, so he got to be him."
Sam Adams Jr. said the same shit. The tape was in court. It was proven that the tape was not authentic. So,
hey, it's 280 J-Rock.
So now check this out, y'all. So I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play from here about him. He just told Sparkle without the tape, and then I'm gonna play it all together.
We can do, Stephanie, and then the tape doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood. We can do, Stephanie, and then the tape appears. We can do, Stephanie, and freaked out on me. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood. She hung up on me, and now she was calling about this tape. There's a tape on the streets. I had said, until we have the tape, there's not much we can do, Stephanie. And then the tape appears, and I had to.
Oh my God! I told y'all.
Big Bad. I got the book in my hand, and what he's saying, I'm trying to give you what Kel's take on it from what he's saying. I'm gonna read you this real quick too. And if y'all got the book, this on page 281. It said in 2000, my manager, who was Barry Hanks at the time, and I had parted ways. He didn't say Barry Hanks' name right there though. He said I just put Barry Hanks' name. He said I had parted ways. I thought we parted fairly and decent terms, but then I heard he sent a letter to a reporter, Jim Derogatis at Sun Times, claiming that he had suggested I get psychiatric help for my supposed sexual addiction. See, Barry Hankson telling Jim Derogatis that R. Kelly got a sexual, addiction, and he like underage girls. So Barry Hankson right there was talking to Jim Derogatis after R. Kelly fired him in 2000. This is in the book. I don't have to say, yeah. I don't have
to. That's why he blamed. That's why he said he believed the Nation of Islam was behind the tape. See, he came out. He did another interview where he was accusing the Nation of Islam for sending him the tape. And when they asked him why do he feel like that, he said that Barry Hankerson from Detroit was a mobster and he was friends with Minister Farrakhan and all these people, and he believed that they used the Nation to deliver the tape to him. You get what I'm saying? But my point right here that I want people to understand is that this anonymous source that Jim Derogatis has been telling us about is motherfucking Sparkle.
Yep, and it's Sparkle and Barry, because Barry. I just read in the book right here. R. Kelly said that Barry Hanks told Jim Derogatis that R. Kelly got a sexual addiction. Barry Hanks had been planning this. What Denzel Washington said in Training Day. He said the white dude said you've been planning this all day. Denzel Washington said I've been planning this shit all week.
Yeah.
Barry Hanks Carrie did an interview saying Barry Hankerson used to be a goddamn psychic ward, a psychiatric or a psychiatrist, some shit like that. He played with people's heads. And he knew R. Kelly, had dyslexia, and he was, mine wasn't like that, but he was a great talent. People been playing R. Kelly the whole time. He got Demetrius Smith out here getting these girls to do these lawsuits. The play right here, R. Kelly explaining everything in his book. He been doing interviews where people don't want to hear anything that KL got to say. They taking the shit that sounds salacious and what sounds good and make him look bad. But R. Kelly been telling the truth the whole time. He ain't shut away from none of this stuff.
The whole time. He got a manager. He fired Barry Hankerson. He got mad. Told Darryl McDavid that he was gonna take R. Kelly down. He told goddamn Louis Farrakhan he was gonna take R. Kelly down. You got Sparkle got fired. She wanted to take R. Kelly down. And there you have it. The anonymous source behind this goddamn tape that Jim Derogatis claimed to have broke to the world about is no other than fucking Barry Hankerson and goddamn
Sparkle. Sparkle got mad when her family stopped fucking with her. So what she do in retaliation? She called CPS and say, "Hey, R. Kelly sleeping with my niece." She been doing this shit too. And my thing is, if CPS did a thorough investigation on R. Kelly, there wasn't no damn proof that he slept with no underage girl. And the only reason Rashonda Lambert testified this time because she had get immunity because her and her family was facing some type of charge, and they promised her Section 8 and $20 million in restitution. That's the only way that girl changed her story. If Rashonda truly believed R. Kelly slept with her at 14, why she didn't go to the damn I'll be getting confused. The sentencing hearing when the victims do the impact statement and shit. Why she sent her damn lawyer to do the impact statement? Why she took a R. Kelly This right here is proof R. Kelly did not sleep with no motherfucking Rashonda Landfair at 14. If that's the case, then you gotta bring Drea in the situation because Drea had to know about it. There's no way that R. Kelly was knocking this young girl down at 14 and Drea out up in the house and she didn't know about it. Then it came out in court that Drea was having threesomes with this girl and R. Kelly. So allegedly, that shit had to happen when she was of age then. Because if it happened when she was underage, Drea ass would be locked up too. Now you're back.
As y'all see, Sparkle say that her niece is being controlled by her mother to take Sparkle down due years of family feuding. To testify that I had my niece sit on R. Kelly's lap, rub his head, and ask him to be her godfather is an absolute fucking lie. And you know,
okay.
Kind of go with this because it came out in court that the goddamn mama was on her goddamn working knees.
Yep, she had a thing with Kelly, and that's motive. Why would Sparkle do all this shit? R. Kelly lied to you by being married to Drew. He knocked you down. You left your husband. Now you find out he's sleeping with your sister too. That's motive.
Motives to fuck.
And the family stopped fucking and the family, her own family disowned her and stopped fucking because she lied on them.
Yeah.
She lied on Kelly and Rashonda and the parents. But my bad, bro. My bad, bro. And go ahead. I got something else I want to read from his book when you get done. Go ahead.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, man. Jennifer Bun Jean, I don't know what you have to do, but there's no way that this fucking dude right here, Jim Derogatis, should be able to. I think Jim should be subpoenaed by Jennifer Bun Jean. I think that Barry Hankerson should be subpoenaed. And I think that Sparkle should be subpoenaed. Because if you listen to what we just listened to, it's clear as day. When this man said he watched the tape, 26 minutes of watching this tape, he reached out to Sparkle to verify if it was her niece. Sparkle told him, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That's my niece. I don't want to hear it, and hung up the phone. Then she reached, now she's no longer working. She's no longer working with R. Kelly no more. Now she calls him back. That's why he didn't give a timeline, because she was still working with R. Kelly when he originally reached out to her. And once she got fired by R. Kelly, now she calls him back and tell him about that she's hearing about a tape. He tells her, well, without the tape, there's nothing that we can do. Without the tape, there's nothing we can do to help you. The next thing you know, he received a phone call saying, go to your mailbox. And there was the tape that he had just requested from Sparkle. Man, Trevin, do you want to hear this shit, Trevin? Check this out, Trevin. Listen to this shit right here, Trevin, and tell me what you think.
Instructing her what to do. And we thought, once again, this is it. He's finished. But it took 6 months for Chicago authorities to indict him. When they did, it was on very narrow charges.
Let me get Mr. Kelly take on what he just said right there. He said it took 7 years, and how Mr. Kelly was trying to do everything he can not to go to trial. Listen to this right what R. Kelly said in his book, Soul Coast. It's on page 281 if y'all got the book. He said, and I quote this what R. Kelly said in his book, I don't have to tell you that the wheels of justice grind slowly. Okay. Man, this case grinds so slow. I thought I lost my mind. Nearly 7 years. 7 years of having to take and ask permission of the court, whatever I want to leave Chicago. 7 years of lies, folks scaling my name, depicting me as a devil. 7 years of lying with the sharp edge of guillotine, reporting, hovering over my jugular. 7 years of sleepless nights and scary dreams. I was facing jail, financial ruin, the end of my career, the loss of my fans, and the loss of all the respect and love. 7 years is a long motherfucking time to be facing that kind of nightmare. And listen what Jim Jerry got. That's what R. Kelly said. And listen what Jim Jerry got about to say.
Kelly victimizing this girl and ultimately urinating in her mouth. Call me daddy, instructing her what to do. And we thought, once again, this is it. He's finished. But it took 6 months for Chicago authorities to indict him. When they did, it was on very narrow charges of making child pornography and not statutory rape, because the girl, her mother and her father, were in Europe for 6 or 9 months.
Which actually...
there it go. Now, he say the girl and her father was in Europe. They was in Europe when this tape was supposed to be made.
He telling on himself. R. Kelly, he gonna talk about R. Kelly then was doing all this power not to go to trial. R. Kelly said he couldn't even go on tours. He had to goddamn every time he goes somewhere, he had to go to the Chicago court. You know what I'm saying? To get permission to go places. He said he's 7 years of his life. He thinking, hey, I might be facing jail time for some shit I didn't do. He's sitting there worried, upset. People know what I'm saying, like disowning him. He said he was scared of losing his fans. And people be talking about R. Kelly don't talk. He's telling everything in his book. He from his perspective, not what the media is saying. And I encourage everybody to get that book and read it. If you want to know, like he opens up about that 08K. For people that talk about he don't talk and he don't speak on and all that shit.
Goddamn kills, man. Trevor, you still there, Trevor? Here we go, Trevor. Here, I want you to hear this sequence right here, Trevor.
If I remember correctly, he turned out to be like a bass player on his album.
Yeah,
right?
Guitarist and bassist who had played with Kelly. And the girl's aunt was Sparkle, whom Kelly had recorded and produced, and Sparkle had split from Kelly because of his behavior. When I first called her in 2000 and said, we are hearing stories of your niece, and she freaked out on me. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. You're talking about one of the loves of my life, my blood. She hung up on me. And now she was calling about this tape. There's a tape on the streets. I had said, until we have the tape, there's not much we can do, Stephanie. And then the tape appears, and I had to watch it.
And then the tape appears.
Now you get what I'm saying. Now you get what I'm saying, little man.
Sparkle with the fucking tape. We'll find a tape.
Now you get what I'm saying about this sequence. Oh my God. Lil Mac, you break it up. Now y'all see the sequence that I'm talking about. He reach out to her. She say, I don't want to hear this shit. Then she reach out to him. He say, well, without the tape, there's nothing we can do to help you. Then next thing you know, the tape appears. Who else gave the goddamn tape?
Right. And then all the common factor is the girl on the tape is Sparkle niece. He's done. This shit is crazy. But did you hear what I was reading about what Mr. Kelly said though, about Jim and the 08 trial and all that?
Yeah.
7 years? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, he talks about it. He talks about the 08 trial in this goddamn interview. And his take on it is totally out. He tried to say that R. Kelly was obstructing justice because the judge fell off a ladder, the prosecutor got pregnant. What does that have to do with R. Kelly?
Exactly. And then my thing is, R. Kelly that's so much goddamn powerful. Why hell he in jail right now? And why? And he'll have all his money. They trying to give this man credit when he ain't got. And then Jim there, guys, just shut the hell up, man.
Man, this man that ran around talking about this he don't want to testify because he don't want to give up his anonymous source. Well, your anonymous source has been exposed because you run your mouth entirely too goddamn much. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but can you drop the link? Okay, let me see. Is it the link to the video, the link to this video, or the link to the live chat?
Everything. I'm glad you playing that this video, Big Box, because everything that Jim Derrick got his fat ass saying cares is giving his opinion on it, his take on his, you know what I'm saying, and the truth, and not the bullshit he's saying. Talking about this man was a crook and just not go to trial and all this shit. And R. Kelly said the girl, mama, daddy, and grandma said they went home to damn tape.
Yeah,
And
whole
family member.
Whole family denied the shit.
Ask yourself now, why and going back to Sparkle, why would the family stop fooling with Sparkle then? If Sparkle came out and that was truly on the tape, Sparkle tried to make it seem like, hey, they ain't want to deal with her, they ain't want to stop working with R. Kelly, they ain't want to keep making the money. But the dad that was working with other celebrities, he was a bass guitar. There was other ways he can make money. No, they stopped fooling with Sparkle. Sparkle called CPS on them like they had Rashona tucking away from them. And they'll fool her to this day.
Yeah, hold on right quick. And CPS came out and investigated. And if CPS came out investigating a sex crime against a child, they're going to take that child to a hospital and have that child investigated or examined to see if that child has been tampered with.
Right. And if CPS see some shit that going wrong, they gonna take that girl away from her mama or her daddy and all that shit. Then the situation with Aaliyah and all that shit, all that would have, you know what I'm saying, came out and that would have ruined R. Kelly. But my thing is, why all of a sudden this tape didn't come out to R. Kelly perform at the Winter Olympics, and he right before he was finna drop the Best of Both Worlds album with Jay-Z? Why it dropped in? Why?
When did Aaliyah pass? In 2000, right? When was it?
When the tape dropped and they said R. Kelly was sleeping with this underage girl, it came out in the Winter Olympics. And the Best of Both Worlds tour came out. I think that was around the beginning of 2002, late 2001.
The tape came out in 2000.
Yeah,
Aaliyah passed, and it got it on here. Let's see. Let's go to this thing here. You know, and then not only that, now look at this though, Lil Mac. You gotta read this shit right here when you go to this video. You gotta read this. Jim Derrick is the man who first received the infamous R. sex tape, breaking the story to the public. He was a music critic at the Chicago Sun-Times in 2000. And it talks about him. He said Derrick has investigated that he had a problem with young girls. You know, he received a tip R. Kelly had a problem with young girls from Barry Hankerson. Derrick has investigated that tip and found that multiple lawsuits have been filed against Kelly, accusing him of sexual abuse in girls as young as 14. We talk about Tiffany Hawkins, who had children by Demetrius Smith. He published a story that reported his finding in the late 2000s. And then he continued to publish follow-ups in the face of widespread public indifference as Kelly's career continued to flourish. Derrick soon became the person that people who knew things about Kelly sent tips to. Now look at this. It said two videotapes that appeared to show Kelly having sex with young girls were sent to Derrick Goddess's home in 2000 and in 2002. So the tape in 2002 was Rashona, Who was on the tape from 2001, and why we never heard about this 2001 tape?
And then the thing about that is, I heard that I think Seth the Same did a video. He said that Jim there got see one of tape, and he said the tape was a grown woman or some shit like that, and they went good.
He came out in court that what the tape showed that his wife was on, the tape.
Right, been the tape too. But the point I'm making is, Jim there got his fat ass, then expose the fact that Mr. Kelly was only taping the underage girls until the year 2002. So why, if the tapes came out in 2000 and somebody sent them to you in 2000, why all of a sudden now you're gonna drop them at the height of R. Kelly's career when he's at the Winter Olympics performing and he's finna do the best of both worlds too? That was
man, right. Aaliyah had just passed in 01. The tape came out a year later. It wasn't even a year later. Then they using Aaliyah as allegations about this marriage shit.
Right. And that lets you know right now that these people weren't trying to goddamn lock R. Kelly up.
What's up, Regina?
Destroy his name. But they wanted him to hit his bag. Because why the fuck was you dropping right there on that date when him and Jay-Z finna come out, and he just left the Winter Olympics, and they want his.
What's up, sir? We got Miss Melanie on, man. What's going on, Miss Melanie? I know you've been in here for a few minutes, so I'm gonna give you the floor and let you have the floor for a few minutes. Or take your time with it, however much time you need.
Okay. Thank you for having me up here, Big Bye. And thank you for having me today. And hello to Lil Mac. What's going on? And salute to the whole chat. I've been listening to you break down the story on how Jim Derogatis got the tape and how Sparkle had given him the tape. He also even said on the conversation with Sparkle, he said he called her name Stephanie. And in the transcripts, wasn't there a young lady in the transcripts named Stephanie? One of the victims was alleged named Stephanie.
Yeah, they were using like anonymous names. So they used one of them to be Stephanie. Yeah.
Okay, so in my spirit, I was thinking, I was like, are they making up people? Because Sparkle named Stephanie, and she really couldn't do anything. She wanted to play behind the scenes. But then they got this alleged victim named Stephanie. Was she supposed to be portraying Sparkle? Did Stephanie's story really happen? I was just thinking about that. What do you think about that, Big Wire, Lil Mac? Even though they was making up names, but how ironic they used Sparkle name, which alleged was Stephanie, for this other alleged victim.
Yeah, because the other Stephanie was the one who came out and talked about she said Lisa Van Allen was extorting them for their story. That's Hypnotic. I think her name was Stephanie. No, that was Tracy. Tracy.
Pauline was Hypnotic. Stephanie was in New York. Stephanie was in the New York trial. He claimed that they had a sexual relationship when she was 17 back in 1996 or 97, something like that. And she claimed that he gave her herpes, and Gloria Allred gave her, I think, for her restitution along with Azrael.
Okay, I was just wondering, was one of the victims playing Sparkle? Alleged Stephanie. That's all. It was just like, it just rang a bell in my head. That's why I chopped on. Keep doing what you're doing, Bly and Lil Mac. Salute to y'all.
Thank you. I really appreciate you for coming up, and now I feel like this anonymous source that Jim Derogatis has been using to avoid taking a stand because he's not want to give up these names. Now I feel as though we have enough evidence to make a case for fucking corruption. This motherfucking setup with Jim, Barry Hankerson, and Sparkle. They are a team.
Hey, check this out. Do you think it's possible that I was just thinking about this, that Barry Hankerson has something to do with Jack Palladino's death?
Right, I do too.
because this
yeah.
that would have proved that Jack Palladino basically
He had all the investigation.
it came out in the Chicago trial that Jack Palladino discovered that Barry Hankerson had Demetrius Smith out here recruiting these young girls to say go to Susan Log and say, hey, you lied on me, and you slept with me, you underage, but they was of age when they slept with R. Kelly. Even said in his story that in his book that all these allegations in the 90s, I'm finna read it, was bullshit. And his lawyers instructed him to settle. I'm finna read that real quick, then I'll fall back. He said, during the 90s, I got hit with a bunch of lawsuits from several people making false claims. These suits were called nuisance claims. According to my attorneys, it would cost me more money to fight the suit than to settle. The smartest thing would be to minimize the cost, or I would wind up spending 10 times the amount fighting charges that could simply be settled out of court. I followed my lawyer's counsel, but those suits were not about the truth. These people knew damn well that I hadn't done none what they claimed, but they had hooked up with slick lawyers and were only getting paid. I didn't like that. I didn't like doing it, but I settled. I've been blackmailed a million times in my career. I've been sued for ridiculous stuff, defies common sense. I can't say I'm used to it. You never get used to it. You just learn to accept it. So he was told to settle by his lawyer.
Well, some of the shit though, he never even knew, because when you go back to the settlement factory shit with Susan Logan, she talks about she stopped even publicly filing the lawsuits, and out of her own mouth said that she would just call the attorney and tell the attorney, hey, I got a girl down here who's a legend that Mr. Kelly did X, Y, and Z, and they would just come up with a settlement and they would just send the money over.
Like Uncle Mule said, that was the lick. But the thing about it is, that was in the long run, yeah. In the short run, yeah, that might have been some good advice. Just go and settle, let it go. But in the long run, all that did was furthermore hurt him, because once you kept selling, all that do is bring in more accusers. You had to settle with some more accusers to make up lies that probably even true. Even Mr. Kelly said these people know, the ones that he knew of. He said they know damn well he didn't do nothing. But his lawyers should have, if the lawyers knew and Mr. Kelly knew he didn't do this shit, he should have fought it. But he didn't at the time. He thought he was doing the right thing by selling, because if he fighting, all that gonna do is take in time. People had more media coverage of R. Kelly like underage girls. If you follow back from this Aaliyah situation to now, that shit ruined. That what caused him to be going through all this shit, and all that shit started from Barry. Because you got to ask yourself, if R. Kelly truly did something wrong to Aaliyah, why the hell would Barry Hankerson continue to work with him and for the next 5 years, all the way up to the year 2000? And then you got the mom and the daddy that was right there around, because so basically you sitting there saying that the mom and daddy of Aaliyah didn't care about her if R. Kelly was allegedly sleeping with her, and nobody was doing nothing about it. And if you look into his sentencing thing, he stated that nothing sexual went on with Aaliyah. He stated that the marriage was just simply a marriage, and he got annulled the same day, and that was the last time he seen Aaliyah. He never slept with this young lady, and Barry Hankerson knew that this shit could, if R. Kelly tried to leave me, I could hold this shit right here over his head. And if he still got balls enough to leave me again, okay, I'm going to, we told Mr. Farrakhan, I'm going to destroy him. And this is what they did. They went back into stage 2 to destroy him with this damn tape with this 14-year-old girl. I know good and goddamn well this man wants to sleep with nobody at no 14.
Nah, they can't. It's just all bullshit. I mean, his attorney came out, Sam Adam Jr. said that shit, the fucking forensics in courtroom proved that the goddamn tape wasn't no authentic tape.
See what they did, Big Bob, was Barry Hankerson. Not Barry, Demetrius Smith. He get mad and he started telling the truth. He said General was a guy that was on R. Kelly album. him R. Kelly had a falling out by money. So he was Barry Hankerson artist. Barry Hankerson told him, I need you to go steal some tapes. I'm about pretty sure that he probably hooked in with Lisa Van Allen and the other guys, Talent, whoever, with other guy that testified in court. He got the tape from them. They sex tape was probably with Mr. Kelly and considered done on them because they was told. I heard Mr. Kelly was told that since the shit with Mike Tyson going to use to record your sex act, so he probably was recording one with a woman that was of age. They took that tape, and like you said, the lawyer said the pictures and all that shit. They double record over there. Got a woman that looked petite, looked underage, and got somebody that looks similar to R. Kelly. Put them on that tape and record over R. Kelly old sex tape with him with consenting adults, and that's what they did. They mixed their bullshit ass tape up on top of his bullshit, on top of his tape to make it seem legit. When it was R. Kelly having tape with a consensual adult, and then they have song with another R. Kelly lookalike with a woman that probably was of age that looked like she was young. If you get
Damon Pride.
And they recorded all over that shit and made it seem like that was R. Kelly was just having sex with tape. J-Rock, shout out to J-Rock in the chat. He even said, how the fuck did you go from a bald head to a low cut to an afro within all that time frame? And you ain't finna be doing all that shit like that. You ain't finna 98.
You gonna have to deal with your punishment. I can't be bought out, man. You can't buy your punishment. JoJo J-Rock on the panel.
What up, J-Rock?
What's up, Big Vi? Lil Mac, what's going on? Long time no see, man.
Oh, you got it, my brother. You know, I had to stop in, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while.
Man, glad to see you. Man, but
hey, hold on right quick, J-Rock. Hold on right quick, Lil Mac. There you go, Michaela. My daughter wanted to say hi to the live, so now let's say it again so they can hear you. Go ahead, y'all.
What's up, little sis?
What is up? What's up, little shorty? Hey, but Big Vibe and J-Rock, did y'all get what I was saying about the tape, what they did with the tape?
Yeah, man. And I kind of wanted to go back on another point. When Vi was asking when Aaliyah passed. Aaliyah passed August 25th, 2001. The tape came out 6 months after her death. So I've asked this question numerous times, so I'll go ahead, I'll bring it up again. If there was any kind of truth or any substantial concrete evidence to anything that R. Kelly has done, especially if it regarded Aaliyah, why was that tape released 6 months after she died? Why was that tape not released when she was still alive at that point? Wouldn't it make more sense to have the tape with the so-called accuser along with Aaliyah both present at the same time against R. Kelly?
Because they know Aaliyah wasn't going for it. And then the point I was making too is if Jim Dare guys had the tape, you got a tape in 2000. Why you wait till 2002 to drop the shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I think he got another tape in 2002. Y'all ain't turn the tape over to the police. Y'all gonna drop the shit out. You know what I'm saying? Outright, right before the Best of the Both Worlds album come out, and right after he performed at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah,
that let you know right there. That was a plot and a motive to destroy this man.
Oh yeah, the Winter Olympics. But I was like, 6 months after she died, now you put that tape out at that point. Nobody asked themselves that question. Why would that tape now be released at that point? And then one of my closest friends, one of my best friends, sent me something through my Facebook Messenger. Said that there was somebody had, I think, called Adaback said that Drea Kelly refused to answer questions about Aaliyah in a recent interview. So why would you not answer any questions in regards to Aaliyah? They done threw everything else at him, and you call yourself a victim. Why would you not speak anything about Aaliyah at that point? Yeah. Because and this is just my belief. My belief is Drea knows the truth on what really went down with Aaliyah. And if she started talking in that interview, she was going to expose that and expose herself in the same damn time.
See, this is my take with Drea, and this is my opinion with her. I think Drea knew that, like you said, knew this shit is some bullshit. But the fact that R. Kelly divorced her, and she didn't get, like, she was a choreographer. She wanted to be in the spotlight, and Mr. Kelly preferred it in his book. He wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom. She's mad she didn't make him to be their trophy wife, and he didn't bring her out and all that. So she's gone to the fact of, hey, you kept me away, and you didn't, know what I'm saying, you didn't show me to the world, you treated me like this, then you gonna divorce me on top of that. When it all boils down to Drea, she's scorned. And she is 80% of the reason why he's in the situation he did, because if she said out her own mouth in the interview, hey, I'm the reason that this stuff kicked out. If the wife didn't speak out and say nothing, you don't have no documentary.
Right. And see, and the other part about it with Drea, which I'm really starting to believe is, like I said, the more she would have talked in that interview, the more she would have exposed herself. Because see, the thing with Drea is Drea been going around here posing as a victim this whole time. That interview would have went down, and she would have spoke about that thing with Aaliyah, and that truth would have leaked out, it would have made her look less and less like a victim. And she knew that.
Right.
That's why she didn't want to talk. And knowing R. Kelly still got an appeal going on, and knowing Jennifer Bongine still got her ears to the streets, that's another reason why she didn't want to talk. Because anything that could have popped up in regards to in that interview, if there was any type of hint that could have caused an opening for R. Kelly, Jennifer Bongine would have pounced on it.
Right. And then the crazy thing about it, he went through all this stuff for her, you know what I'm saying, to get that tape back, because they was on a tape with Lisa Van Allen. He was trying to get the tape back. He wouldn't even be in this stuff had it once been for her, if you think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? She ain't Drea. I ain't trying to bash her. She's a nobody. And the only way she can, you know what I'm saying, get some type of recognition off R. Kelly name right now is to play victim and keep doing these interviews so she can capitalize and get monetary gain off of it. Because she's a great dancer and all that, but ain't nobody come checking for her to be a choreographer right now. The only way she's making money is to be the ex-wife of R. Kelly and to be the victim, to play that role and be, hey, I got out this bad situation.
Man, and she out here marrying niggas and giving them R. Kelly last name. Boy, I'm done.
Yeah, that's crazy. But ain't nobody really believe anything Drea saying though right now at this point though. But back at the time that documentary aired, she put the nail in. I can say it like that, but she put the nail in the coffin with that documentary, because you got the wife on here saying some. So these, because if the wife ain't on her, these women on this documentary could just be rambling. They just be bad relationship. But the wife saying it got to be some truth to it. If the brother coming out, Kerry did the interview too. If the brother saying it, there got to be some truth to it. Then you add Sparkle in the mix, people that was close by, and when Mr. Kelly tried to defend himself, he ain't got no win, because how we gonna believe you and your own wife and your own brother saying this about you? You get what I'm saying? They use them two to the point where that destroy him. When you got your own personal family speaking out against you like that.
Yeah. And you know what? what I gotta say is a slight segue. It's slightly diverting it, the subject slightly. But I don't know if you heard that there's supposed to be a new R&B group supposed to be forming, and it is Dave Hollister, Carl Thomas, and now Celine Dion. They call themselves The Shot. I saw the article on that a couple days ago. It's supposed to be a new super R&B group called The Shot. So we get all these R&B acts together to form a super group to try to continuously try to keep R&B alive.
That shit ain't gonna work.
But yet the one person that really could breathe new life into it, you want to keep locked away.
Public service announcement though: do not buy a Sports Illustrated book because what's the name gonna be on the Gayle King gonna be on the cover? What the fuck wrong with Sports Illustrated? Putting that hag on that damn cover. My bad, y'all. I just had to let that out. Please do not buy a copy of that shit.
Well, first off, number one, Gayle King's got nothing to do with sports, so why the hell she's on Sports Illustrated to begin with?
That's Charles Barkley homegirl.
Mm-hmm. Now,
man, that guy.
I heard Niecy.
He be cooning, man. He made me. I used to like Charles Barkley. He pissed me off. He got on TV on CNN and said black people are the worst. They the one that talk about gays and discriminate against gays so much. Hey, if you want to be gay, be gay. I got nothing but gay. He's so dumb and he pissed me off because he come from my home state. And that shit he be saying, he making me mad. Then he got Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? I think we're trying to get that man suspended. Come on, he should get suspended.
Him and Stephen A.
Adam Sandler is a Jew, and you're gonna take my money and bash me and bash my religion, man. I want to like Mark told that man on the show, man. Shut your dumb ass up. Yeah, Stephen A. did too. The only person I seen that didn't go for that shit was Kenny Smith, Kenny the Jet Smith. Shaq pissed me off too. He started saying his little stuff too about Kyrie. But the thing about it, the man said Shaq wanted to play the damn documentary in his theater, a movie, whatever it was.
Do y'all think Charles Barkley knocked Gayle King down? That's how she got that spot for Sports Illustrated.
I want to put it past Charles Barkley.
Boy, look at y'all auntie on there.
Man, bro, come on now. We can't do this. We cannot.
Stella got her groove back, boy.
And another thing too, y'all know that TNT is finna stop the show with Charles Barkley and Shaq. I think they saying they cutting ties with them because of the NBA and the TNT in the contract or something like that. But I think it had to do with this shit with Shaq.
We cannot.
Shaq in the young girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I think. And his wife coming out speaking. I think because
Shaq wife coming out during the smear campaign on Shaq.
Smear campaign, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's shit so crazy. They say Russell Simmons' daughter getting the bag because she dating a 65-year-old, but Shaq dating an 18-year-old, 21-year-old. That's a problem. I don't understand that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, standing like a mom, man. Standing like a mom, man.
Man, check this out though, y'all. I don't want to play a lot of this shit, but it's crazy, man. Y'all, the shit y'all gonna hear, just listen to it.
About 4 years younger, not quite.
Yes.
The green job.
Tell me about your relationship with your brother growing up. Were you guys close?
I mean, we was like the average kids, growing up. Actually, me and Bruce was closer, because by me being the baby, Robert was the baby before me. I'd put it that way. So when I came along, it's just like maybe I shouldn't have came along. So my mom kind of paid a lot of attention to me because I'm the youngest, and I really needed her help and looked for her guidance. So, he's no longer the baby at this point.
So you guys, it doesn't sound like you're particularly close growing up.
Not really. I mean, yeah and no. you know, because a lot of times I used to try to look for his blessing on different things. By me being the youngest, we played basketball, things of that nature, and I used to want to be like Michael Jordan, like they wanted to be like Michael Jordan. So I wanted to always look for their approval. Bruce gave it to me pretty much, but Robert, it was a challenge. Because like I said, I actually, he was the baby before I was born. So.
And then tell me the order of your siblings, oldest to youngest.
My sister Teresa, she's the oldest. Then is Bruce, then Robert, then me.
And Bruce is in prison right now?
He's in the county.
He's in county jail.
Yes.
Okay. Why did you decide to participate or be interviewed for Surviving R. Kelly?
Well, it's a lot of different things. I mean, you know, that my family has endured and went through. I love my brother. You know, a lot of people think that I'm trying to just like destroy his character or destroy him. It's not about that. My thing is, if my mom was here, my mom spoke the truth. And she always taught us to speak the truth. And it's like a lot of things that transpired and happened. I feel bad that I hadn't came forth earlier.
Like what things are you referring to?
I mean, just with the allegations with the girls and different things of that nature. You know, when I was on tour, he used to ask me to go get girls. And I used to tell him, no, that was another reason we fell out.
And I'm going to stop there right there.
Man, Kerry down bad. I ain't trying to bash it, man. We down
I ain't
bad.
going to say nothing about it. I ain't got nothing to say about him. You know, I would love to play that interview, you know, and have him on the show, you know, to explain this shit, you know, in a different perspective. But, you know, you have to understand when the world hear you, you know, like listening to that is like listening to that is like listening to P. Diddy do the apology video. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of damage that it does when you say those type of things to these people in front of the camera.
You know,
And
I was just referring that earlier that would make that documentary make to the non-believers and the people that supporting kids. Okay, we got his wife and his brother saying that shit, so they're making it look authentic. And I know Kerry came out and recanted what he said though, and I ain't got nothing against Kerry and them like that, but yeah, that hurted Mr. Kelly.
You know what?
Yeah, that was rough right there.
You know what? Here's something that really got me confused. When he did that interview, when he said that, he said, "I love my brother," you know, and people are gonna think that is about that is about destroying him, destroying his character, and saying it's not about that. It's about other things that should have been spoken out of. Dude, you didn't read the fine print. Is Surviving R. Kelly? That's all that they did. That's exactly what it was about. Because there were people that had positive stories about R. Kelly and they would not air it. It was totally about destroying his name, brand, and legacy. That's exactly what it boiled down to. It ain't boiled down to nothing else but that. So I just want to know with Kerry, when did the light come on in his head when he said, "Oh shit, I fucked up"?
When they paying what he wants. But my thing is, that's her brother though, man. Like, it's okay. Let's say me and Big Vi brothers. Big Vi doing some shit he got no business doing. I'm not finna go add his business out to the world. Even if he didn't do it, make up a lie and say he didn't do it. We ain't rocking with each other. We just ain't rocking with each other. It's just shit as brothers, blood brothers, and you just don't do. And that's just something right there you don't do. I'm gonna shut up because I don't want to bash here and nothing like that. But it's just shit you just don't do, man.
no,
You can
certain shit
at
you
the end
say.
of the day, me and you, J Rob, even if we friends, we friends, but I'm just saying as an example, we friends, we brothers. We might argue amongst each other, but at the end of the day, I ain't finna do no shit that I know they're gonna hurt you in the public eye or do something that cause you to get 30 years. I ain't that much mad to be mad at somebody in the world do shit like that. That's why I don't like speaking on Kerry though. That shit right there kind of foul.
No, because that shit is like, when I man, I'm telling you, that interview I just played, the little bit of it, man, that shit was worse than that. And I really want to talk to the brother on some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when you listen at this, how does it make you feel now that you know what I'm saying, look at this shit differently? Because, like you say, when I was as a child, when I was raised up, man, you got your brother, your sister, your family, you got your people back, right or wrong. We gonna talk about the shit you did wrong once we get somewhere safe. But I'm gonna tell you in the heat of the moment, like, but then at the same time, it's also like, okay, what is the it varies by the situation. What is the situation? What is the situation at hand? You know what I'm saying? And if I catch my brother fouling down bad, I just like I'm not gonna not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the first one to tell your ass straight, or be the first one to call the police. I'm not gonna, just because I want, maybe you the only one in my family looking out for me, so I'm gonna just turn the blind eye to the shit you doing. Like, no, nigga, I mean, hold on. Sometimes you have to choose. You got to be able to do the right thing, even when it's family. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, to make these allegations that you had no problem with during the time, or you didn't bring it publicly during the time. I know if you didn't address it during the time that it was actually taking place, to go on that show, Surviving R. Kelly, and to talk about your brother. I mean, to talk like, if I was to go on a show like that and talk about my brother, and these people see that I'm not supporting my brother, and then they asking me questions about how me and my brother came up, and I'm telling them the shit that me and my brother went through within our private life. Like, I'm giving these people everything that they need to destroy my brother. And there's nothing that I can do and come back and say, because guess what? The people who was looking at me like, damn, that's Big Vi with his brother. He representing his brother. But then when they hear what I'm doing to my brother, the people gonna dislike me. Damn, Big Vi got up there and sold his brother out. He got up there and told on his brother. Man, he threw his brother under the bus, man. Big Vi, man, you can't come back to the hood, man. You ain't no real nigga, this, that, and the third. Like, you have to deal with so much more. And at the same time, like, in a situation like that, man, it's just like, damn, I ain't got nothing good to say about my brother. I damn sure ain't gonna say nothing bad. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's me.
Well, I'll tell you what. But before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and say something real quick also. And everybody in the chat, I want y'all to put up some happy birthdays, because today is Ronald Isley, aka Mr. Big's birthday.
That nigga about 90, ain't
it? They say he's 83. He just turned 83. So
okay.
so you put up happy birthdays in the chat. Happy birthday, Mr. Biggs. One of the
Happy
few people
birthday, Mr. B.
that has absolutely stood up for R. Kelly, and from what we know, is still standing up for him now.
That man got a chart-topping song in 5 different decades. Can't nobody say they did that.
Oh, man, yeah.
He's one of the
birthday. What's the run?
One of the founding fathers of the R&B soul, man. One of the founding fathers. One of the foundations.
Who you gonna pick though? You gonna pick Ron Isley, or you gonna pick Mr. Big? Which one you going with?
Hey, they one and the same. So you can
like, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one, man. You gotta pick one. Who you gonna go with, Mr. Big, or you gonna go with Ron? You know what I'm saying? See, Ron got a deeper catalog than Mr. Big, but Mr. Big got timeless hits. Goddamn me, Down Low, Contagious. Down Low Part 2. Like, that whole little Mr. Big sequence that Kells put together, man. that shit can never, that's gonna withstand the test of time forever.
That was absolute genius because of that, he got a whole new generation of fans because of that.
Man.
And it was a time when you would think artists of his age at that point, their career was going to go on a downturn.
Yeah. Cal spared that man a whole 10 years, man, with that Mr. Big persona. You know what I'm saying? He's still eating off of that shit.
Oh, you know he is. I mean, and he's still being called Mr. Biggs to this day.
To this day.
Oh, can I read, since we talking about Mr. Biggs, can I read y'all from Mr. Kelly's perspective how he came up with the song Contagious?
Go ahead.
Okay, here you go. Miami was hot. Miami was a hot spot. I could connect to the music vibe in the video, in the studios, and the sensation vibes on the streets of Miami had the tropical fever that pushed creativity. I was working on my new record when Ron and Ernie Ives came to town. Ever since Ron debuted the role of Mr. Biggs in our video for the download, he'd been rolling the Isley Brothers brand was back, and now they were looking for another hit. I wish I had one, I said, but right now I've been pushing hard on other stuff. I'm really tapped out. That's when the Isles told me they just had a death in their family, and they needed something to lift their spirits. I can understand, I said, but nothing's popping off in my mind. I can't make it pop off. As Ernie, who was getting angry, aren't you the guy who can knock off the hits just like that? Rob is a creative artist, said Ron. Take take up my part, take it up for my part. And creatively ain't something you can turn on like a faucet. He's done it before, said Ernie. Don't see why he can't do it again. Rob don't need that kind of pressure on him, said Ron. Or maybe he does, said Ernie. It wasn't any fun listening to brothers argue. It's better that I have some time alone, I said, to figure out a song for y'all. Once I get it, I'll call you. We got a plane to catch. 2 hours, said Ernie. You sure you can't do it before we leave? I'm sure, I said. No worries, said Ron. You'll hit us when you got it. I will. Well, we said goodbye, and the brothers headed back out to the airport. I started listening to my feelings on the way to music. I understand that Ernie was down because of the death in his family. He was sad and wanted something to lift him up. I got that, but his feelings towards me were harsh and angry. I'm glad he was gone because these feelings could be contagious. Contagious, that's the word that stuck with me. A Christian word, a Christian concept, a Christian experience, and a Christian story that could link up to where the download left off. I went out to the keyboard and started fooling around with the little melody. The melody captured me, and then the story started to flow. It's 2 a.m. I'm just getting in, about to check my message. No one has called but my homies and some bill collectors. I two-way her, she don't hit me back. Something is funny. So I called my mother house asking, have you seen my baby? Rolled my six around looking for that missing lady. Got back in and turned the TV on to caught the news. Then I put my head down because I'm so confused. Then I turned the TV down because I thought I heard a squeaky sound. Something's going on upstairs. I don't know. Nobody else lives here. Bump, bump, bump. As I get closer to the stairway, and I can hear my baby's voice screaming, you know, you're contagious. Touch me, baby. Give me what you got. Sexy lady drive me crazy. Contagious was the name of the song. Contagious was had been looking for. Contagious was perfect for the eyes. Get Ron eyes on the phone. I told my sister. Y'all see that? How creative he was. He just came up with that. At first when they came to him, he didn't have nothing. And then he thought that Ron, brother Ernie, kept arguing with him and kept being like, man, you got something. Ron was like, nah, calm down, he'll get it. They said, man, we got a plane catch. So they were leaving. He was like, man, down that negative energy Ernie had was contagious. And then boom, he said contagious stuck in his head. And that's how he came up with the song.
Man. creative. See, look how they look to him, how Ernie was. Ernie, you was a goddamn guitarist, man. You not even a fucking singer. And you sitting here rushing this man. I know you can do it. I know you got something. Man, that's crazy, man. The type of expectations they had for him.
And seeing the thing with Ernie Isley is he's not just a guitarist. He's actually one of the greatest guitarists to ever play. And his name never gets mentioned among the greatest guitarists of all time.
Yeah, they used to do it with Jimi Hendrix. They used to work with Jimi Hendrix. That's how they got good.
When I went to Isley Brothers concert years ago, and I can tell you, when I said Ernie Isley literally made his guitar talk on stage, that man made that guitar damn near pretty much talk on stage, bro. It was one of the greatest things I've seen. I said I knew Ernie was bad with the guitar, but damn, at the level I saw it, I had a whole new respect for Ernie Isley after that.
Yeah, that's the Miles Brothers. They something else. They top notch. And I can see why Mr. Kelly would want to work with them. Like R. Kelly can like vibe with any artist. He can make them. He just know his craft. He just know music. Like he can working with Celine Dion to Michael Jackson to do the best of both worlds to Jay-Z to make Fortunate for Maxwell. That shows you how talented gifted he is when it comes to music and not only that, people keep thinking he just sing and write songs. No, R. Kelly can play the flute, he can play the guitar, he if you listen to his song on his Chocolate Factory album called Imagine That, that's him playing the guitar on that.
Mm-hmm. See, and the thing with R. Kelly is, like you said, with Fortunate by Maxwell.
Man.
And Maxwell, and that song, that's one of those songs. If you go to a Maxwell concert, I guarantee you, if you go to a Maxwell concert and he don't do that song, it's gonna be damn near a riot. I promise you. Because that song there is, if you give anybody the top three Maxwell songs of all time, Fortunate is gonna be in it.
Man, that song.
Yeah, man, Life. Man, that song Life. The one he wrote for Man, when you listen to that shit, he talk about in that song, he's talking about the corrupt justice system.
Yep.
How they did Quad and Race.
And then not only that, he did that whole soundtrack.
Yep. He was executive producer. I mean, if y'all seen it, y'all probably seen the video when he was in the studio with Wyclef and Bernie Mac was sitting in the background.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Bernie was just talking. He was just talking while Rod was singing and Wyclef was playing. And he was like, and he just talked about, well, you worry about my life. I got my life good. You always up in my life. Worry about my life. Rob still singing. Bernie still going off in the background.
Bernie loved Rob. He told Rob a nugget when he put "Step in the Name of Love" in his show. If you go back and watch the Bernie Mac show, and Bernie Mac had a family reunion at his house, and all his family came there. They were playing "Step in the Name of Love."
Sure did. I don't know if it was you right, because I was trying to remember if it was a family reunion, a birthday party, or anniversary party. It was one of, but you're right though. I remember that scene. They played that song. They were like, the whole crowd was in that step. Bernie Mac loved Rob.
Both from the South. I think ain't Bernie both from the South Side of Chicago?
I believe he is.
Yeah.
I can call I know I can call my aunt and I can talk to her. She can verify it.
See, everything happened for a reason. Just think about it. All these people that's gone, like Bernie, Pop, Whitney Houston, all these people had great things to say about Mr. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, timing is everything. None of this stuff would be happening if these people wasn't alive. Like the atmosphere, like people. Bernie Mac was the top person that didn't bite his tongue. We don't have too many of those people no more. Tupac was the person that wasn't afraid to speak his mind and tell you how he feel. You think Bernie Mac was gonna change his comedy routine up just to please these LGBT community and the Me Too's and the Lifetimes up? You know what I'm saying? They weren't gonna do that.
Right. And also if you look at R. Kelly, if you really think about it, remember when Will Smith played Muhammad Ali and Ali, and R. Kelly had a couple of songs on that soundtrack. And at the premiere, it said R. Kelly was sitting right next to Muhammad Ali. What happened to Muhammad Ali in the 60s? Muhammad Ali, because of the fact that he wouldn't enlist in the draft, he was listed as a pariah. He was reviled, and everybody would try to demonize Ali. Now you fast forward more than 40 years from that point, 50 years actually, 50, almost 60 years, R. Kelly's being reviled, demonized, raked through the coals, being looked at as a pariah like Ali was.
Yeah, people hated Ali.
The fact that he's sitting next to him and he's going, and I just thought it was really ironic that the fact that R. Kelly was sitting right next to Muhammad Ali, who went through all of that, and now R. Kelly going through the exact same thing that Ali had went through. R. Kelly's probably just a little bit greater because of the presence of social media, obviously. But if you look at it now, and one of the things that Muhammad Ali said, he asked R. Kelly, and R. Kelly said this, and I thought it was kind of funny. He said, "Man, are you sure Sam Cooke ain't your daddy?"
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now in the book. He said he sent a video of Ali he performed all Sam Cooke songs and he sent the video to Ali. He said Ali he said, "Are you sure you Sam Cooke ain't your dad?" He said, "Yeah, I'm sure."
Mm-hmm. And see, and remember, I don't know if you remember, there used to be a TV network called Centric. Centric actually showed that entire performance. How he had his house done old school style and everything, because he wanted to do that. His whole reason for doing that was because Muhammad Ali loved Sam Cooke so much. So he said, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make this whole. I'm gonna fix up my style, my home, old school style, and gonna do it just like a throwback performance back in the day." And he sent the video to Muhammad Ali.
People, he explained it in his book. He was like, Muhammad Ali after that. There's a lot of stuff for R. Kelly book people don't know. People don't know the fact that when he first came out with Honey Love, he was in a committed relationship with his high school sweetheart. They were living at their own apartment together. So, and where would these so-called accusations? He liked underage girls, and he had his own relationship with a whole one female, and then they broke up because he was cheating on her. Then he found out he was cheating on her, and everybody talking about it. He was writing songs for Aaliyah. He stated in that song, in that book, that he got all his ideas from the beginning of his songs from her, and all the things he went through her. He was cheating on her, and then she found out about it, so she got with another man, left him for another man because he was cheating on her. And then there's another thing people don't know that was in that book. The man used to be a stripper. It's like he tells all in the book. The man, he didn't hide anything. And everybody like, why you don't speak on Aaliyah? He said he don't speak on Aaliyah to be respectful. No, he don't he said he never said he never felt uncomfortable speaking on because he did an interview in 13 or 14, and one of those guys, he was like, he told Aaliyah she was gonna be the next Diana Ross. He speaks on her, but how he speaks. He don't want to come off being disrespectful, which I get that because she's no longer here. And every time they bring up her name, they want to ask him about their marriage. He probably don't want to have her in that negative light. You know what I'm saying? And she no longer here. You get what I'm saying?
Man, well, y'all know the game come on tonight, so I'm probably finna cut out of here, try to get prepared. And who y'all pulling for, Indiana or Boston?
I'm pulling for Minnesota to win it all. I
Yeah,
like
we take it.
I
My Minnesota Lakers gonna take it.
Yeah. Look,
Dallas, man, J. Rock.
Look, I'm pretty much F Boston all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm F Boston. So you know, whoever so if Boston win, whoever comes out the West, I'm pulling for them. And see if you look at it, I think one of the things that the NBA looks at as far as finals matchups also is what kind of storylines you're gonna get out of it. Now, here's one of the storyline. Now, if it's Minnesota, if Minnesota plays the Celtics, obviously it's gonna be like, you know, the dynamic young players, like, you know, it's gonna be Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown versus Cat and Ant-Man. That's gonna be like the storyline there. And if it's Indiana and Minnesota, it's gonna be like, okay, it'll be pretty much the same thing with Tyrese Halliburton and Miles against Ant-Man and Cat. Now, if it's Dallas, the storylines get a little bit more interesting. Because if it's Dallas and Indiana, then that means you got your former coach of the Mavericks who won you a title. You now go up against him. So you got that matchup. And then if it's Boston and Dallas, you got the former Maverick Porzingis going against his old squad, while Kyrie goes up against his old squad in Boston, who, by the way, Boston can't stand Kyrie any damn way. That's going to be you talking about a dramatic. You talking about drama field? That's going to be probably a drama field finals if it's Boston and Dallas because of the Kyrie factor.
I think Boston gonna take this. I think he's gonna be. In my opinion, he's gonna be Boston and Timberwolves.
Okay. Let me ask y'all this question then. Who do you have in those two matchups, and in how many games you think it goes?
I think Luka and Kyrie and all those guys, they gonna go. They might go 6 or 7. And
I think the West gonna go 6. I think the West gonna go 6. The East gonna go 7.
I don't disagree. I don't because I think that Western Conference Finals, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would be really shocked if it goes less than 6. I'd be absolutely shocked because I'll be perfectly honest.
I seen something in Tyrese Halliburton in that closeout game that he impressed me. It took for that game 7 against the Knicks. I used to think the dude game was it looked kind of off to me. But that game 7, how he was shooting that thing, being aggressive, I was like, damn.
I missed the game. I caught the highlights of it. I was like, damn, Tyrese Halliburton completely went the hell off.
He had 26 points, but it was an effective. Like, he came down and shot like 3 or 4 threes back to back. Like,
right. And I'm just
good. You see, Indiana got a bench. Boston, once Jaylen or Tatum go out the game, they ain't got nobody coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. One person.
Yeah, and you know what the elephant in the room is when it comes to that Boston Indiana matchup.
If Porzingis gonna
Porzingis. Yep.
If he gonna be able to play.
Porzingis still hurt, so I think they say he could be back maybe game 2 or 3 possibly. Because I think they say they list him as questionable for tonight, but I don't know if he's playing.
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing right there.
I think he'll make a good story though.
Because if he come back, that'll get him depth on the bench because they have old boy White coming back off the bench. But right now, him being in the start lineup, You know, they ain't got nobody coming off the bench in Indiana deep from 1 through 9.
I think if Porzingis comes back, I think Boston could possibly win it in maybe 5 or 6. But if he's not back, but if it's later on in the series and the series already going on, that series is probably gonna go 6 also, possibly 7. And the thing about Boston, they haven't fared too well in some games at home.
No,
shit. So they
shit.
could be had.
Shit, boy beat him at home. Goddamn, what's his name? Donovan Mitchell. But shit, I mean, you know, it can happen. Like you say, it can happen. The thing
Miami beat them at home.
Minnesota is top. They big. Then they got depth on the bench. You know, I mean, shit.
The only thing I'm worried about them is I wonder who's gonna be able to guard Luka and Kyrie. Now that
well, shit, you must see Jaden Daniels and goddamn Edwards and Mike Conley. You know, Mike Conley decent. I'm telling you, it's a good ass matchup. The thing is, what the question is, what are you gonna do about fucking Karl Anthony Towns and goddamn the Eiffel Towers? Oh boy, Rudy Gobert. He was just forced rebounding goal.
But also that other wild card that emerged.
Nas Reed.
Right. 6th man of the year, Nas Reed, who can shoot the 3, post up, and drive the basket and drive the ball. So
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be, I think it's very competitive. I don't think it's gonna be just like no sweeps.
There ain't gonna be no sweeps. No.
You gonna get at least 6 games out of each series, at least 6.
The only way it could be a sweep or 5 or in 5 games, somebody would have to get hurt. It had to be an injury to put them out the series. That's the only way that would happen.
That would happen to New York. Just got injured. They started getting injured in the playoff. In this round, injuries took them out.
And even if the Knicks would have won that game 7, you wouldn't have had Jalen Brunson, because Jalen Brunson wasn't going to be available for the Eastern Conference Finals. No way.
He hurt fractured his hand or some shit. So, yeah, man, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here, y'all.
Yeah.
You look back, man, it was good to have you here today, boy. I caught you on an off day or something.
Yeah.
I was sitting back chilling, like, I don't know what I'm going to do today. Lil Mac sent me some shit. I was like, all right, I can go live today. I got something to talk about. Yeah,
well,
man.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump on off here as well. But I'll tell you what,
Caleb Clark went crazy last night too.
Yeah, I saw they were close to winning, but couldn't quite pull it out.
Yeah, but shout out to Angel Reese. And when Cordova come back, man, shit, Chicago Sky, well, they shit, they gonna be tough to beat them.
Oh, it's going down when they come back. Lil Mac got me gonna have me thumbing through my book again, man.
Man, I gotta get this book, man, because like I say, I wanted to do a read of it, man. I wish it was. Do they have an audio book of it?
You know what? Sky Zone, who been on YouTube, who recently came back, she did a reading of the book. Yeah, she had a series of videos on it.
I wonder is the audio, do they have it in audio? Because I'll buy it, man, just, because like having it on the stream, to get it on the stream is gonna be something different.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. Next time Sky Zone come live, because I was trying to see if the video's still up. I didn't see him. I gotta ask her. If she
was back on,
if she can go ahead and if she can pull those videos back up on the reading that she did, to if she can, please do so, because I know the book might not be readily available, but she did a good job with the reading. So definitely, if anybody see her, if I don't see her first, definitely encourage her to upload those videos again on the reading she did on Solar Coaster.
What's up, Uncle Mew? Shit, yeah, man. So, all right, y'all, man. Hey, and what's up, Ann? Uncle Muse, I see y'all just coming in. EJ, what's up with it? Yeah, so if y'all just getting in and we about to get ready to end this live, if y'all want to go back and catch the replay, feel free to comment. I will be coming back. I want to say thank you to Marshall, Lisa for the thank you to Lisa for the Cash App donation, man. I really appreciate it. Anybody for anybody who would like to donate to the channel, if you enjoy the content and like the content, you can feel free to donate to me at Big Vibe Opinion on Cash App, or you can hit the super chat or the super sticker. Like I say, man, any information y'all have or anything y'all see and think is good for us to go over on the channel, feel free to reach out to me on my email, bigvibeopinion88@gmail.com, or you can hit me over on Twitter, aka X, at Big Vibe Opinion, or you can comment on my page, man. Comment on the video, comment on my community wall somewhere and let me know, hey, I got some. Hit me up, go here, go there, whatever situation may be. I appreciate y'all. Like I say, man, Lil Mac, I appreciate it. Salute you, but definitely for making time to come up on a panel today.
You know what? Shout out to Love Unconditional. She said the readings are in her playlist on her page, and I see them. It's 13 videos.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do that, man, so I can get over there and do that one day and just listen to the shit. 13 videos.
I was thinking we could do it like me, J-Rock, and Jeff, and all the guys. I was saying, I know J-Rock said he got the book. Me and J-Rock, we can like read a little bit of a chapter. And
thanks, Love.
Yeah, because how many pages you said? 200 and something, 300 and something?
Yeah, something like that. They very short.
It's 200. Let me see. No, shoot, three, almost like what, 360, 370.
370. So we can divide that shit, read about 50 pages or some shit like that a day.
You know what I'm saying? Just read it and discuss it, man. Just do one half and go ahead. Like I was just telling, I think you can step out, big. But I was telling J-Rock, people don't know when this man first came into the industry, he was in a whole relationship. Like he had with his illegal high school girlfriend, and they were just stabbing themselves in life. He would go street performance. She had a job, I think, at a gas station or something like that in Chicago, and he was trying to make it in. Somebody stole some money from his house. He was in with his mom. Somebody stole some money. So he didn't blame nobody. He just left. And when he got his own place, it's a lot of shit. He talked about like the interview he did when he was talking about the love about it. He talked about how he was street before. He traveled back and forth to California, and he goes in depth about a lot of stuff in his life, about the situation with the little girl that died, a little girlfriend that went down the drain. They got it drawn up in the drain. He talked about the 08 case. He talked about how he came over trapped in the car. He touched on a lot of stuff that people, I think, is very informative information that people need to know. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of there, guys, man. Like I said, it was good to be on live side. Now, when I get a chance, I'll try to come back.
Man, I appreciate you for coming on today, man. Oh, definitely appreciate you blessing the panel.
No problem.
Appreciate you, Lil Mac. I'm gonna jump on off. Thanks. Thanks for once again. I'm gonna do a little digging myself because I'm gonna go back on the old Son of the Same videos because there's some stuff up in there that kind of caught my attention that I want to kind of revisit also on those.
Most definitely, man. But shout out to the anonymous source who we now know ain't so anonymous, and that would be Mr. Barry Hankerson and Miss Stephanie Edwards herself. Jim DeRogatis, count your days, man. With that being said, J-Rock, your boy Big Vibe about to be up out of here, man.
Oh, son, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul.
I want out. But it's hard. I need answers, Mama.
Robert.
I need answers.
Son.